Yo, what is up? KohzzyJo back here again. It's been a while since I made a new video. Damn, I was supposed to get an August news video out before school started for me, but fall's coming up, so I have to make this one. Plus, I had to do a video project for a friend. Feel free to check it out. Not one of my best works, and I'll leave an annotation right here if you're interested. Hate it or like it, I don't care. As always, you know how it goes down in my tops. These are shows that I'll be looking forward to this season and expecting to stand out than the rest of the ones airing this season. Keep in mind, these are my personal opinions. You don't have to agree with my picks, and if you disagree, please do share your thoughts in the comment section below. I would love to hear them. And about the news video, yeah, I'm sorry for running late on that. I would try my best to condense both August and September news in a few weeks or so, I hope. Let's get right to it, shall we? First up, Girlish Number, animated by Dio Media. The series follows a university student named Chitose Karasuma, who aims to become a seiyuu. That means voice actress in Japanese. As the story progresses, it will depict and give the audience an idea of the life of a professional seiyuu. A nice comfy anime to watch, and plus will teach and show you a dumbed down version on what goes down when seiyus are at work. This has that same feel as Shirobako in the last season anime, New Game. If you like seeing daily work life portrayed in anime style, this is for you. The anime is set to air on October 7th. Next, Soul Buster, animated by Studio Pierrot. The story is based on a classical Chinese novel called The Romance of the Three Kingdoms. The story sets place in present-day China. Famous historical figures can be summoned using cards. This sounds vaguely familiar. Fate Stay Night, but with cards. Am I right? The story revolves around a high school boy named Sun Tun. He breaks a seal in his dream and erases the past known as the Sangokushi period. Without knowing why, he travels back in time and gets involved with the Sangokushi timeline. A Chinese novel that made its way into the anime industry. Pretty cool. As a Chinese-born American, it makes me happy that Chinese comics like these, or novels, are starting to get noticed. Plus, I think it's a pretty smart move by the studios, because the anime fanbase in China is massive, and it's still growing. Taking a source material that originates from China and turning it into an animation product that could potentially expand and internationalize anime, for all we know. In addition, it could possibly help create stronger relations between the two countries, and just open plenty of new opportunities in the anime industry. Sorry for going off topic here, I'm just being too optimistic over this. Oh boy, I can finally say Chinese cartoon now, unironically. If this show eventually does well, this will start a new trend in the anime industry, I bet. The anime is set to air on October 4th. BLOODIVORES, animated by Creators in the Pack. A web manga that's getting an adaptation. 60 years ago, insomnia swept the population, causing everyone sleep deprivation, and everyone began losing their sanity. To cure this illness, a medication was created, but the side effects turned its patients into vampires. This then caused an outbreak of a war between humans and vampires. Wow, that escalated quickly. Humanity came out triumphant, and peace and order was restored. However, there are still vampires lurking and hiding in the world. The main protagonist for the series is a boy named Milik. He is also called the Child of Hope. He is a half human and half vampire, and he is said to be the hope that will connect the two species together. Sounds quite similar to Tokyo Ghoul, and I love Tokyo Ghoul. Not the anime though. I'm looking forward to this because I do enjoy the vampire trope. Plus, it's another inspired Chinese adaptation, just like the previous top, Soul Buster. Like I mentioned previously when describing Soul Buster, this might be a new approach that anime will be going for in the near future. Taking source material from all around the globe. That just creates diversity and broadens the possibilities of new ideas. It gets kind of boring when they rehash genres, but for instance, these past few years, isekais, a trend that animation studios have been adapting over this past years. This term translates to stories about traveling to an alternate world, mostly pertaining to a fantasy-based world or universe. There is still more to it, but this is a brief description of the genre. Every season, there was about 2 to 3 adaptations that followed this formula. In the beginning, it was a cool concept, but now, it's kind of at the point where I don't find this theme interesting anymore. Studios have forced too much of that shit down my throat. You see what I mean? I want something fresh and new, y'all feel me? If you like this genre and demand more of it, I understand. Some do have unique qualities, I'll say that. That's just what I think. Enough rambling and ranting. I'm getting off topic here again. Let's just consider that this approach is an experiment that the anime industry is conducting. The anime is set to air on October 1st. Sangatsu no Lion, animated by Shaft. The story focuses on a 17-year-old boy named Rei Kiriyama. He began living on his own while being financed with his salary as a professional shogi player. Despite his independency, he is still immature in terms of emotionally and mentally. In addition, he has a strained relationship with his adoptive family and has a difficult time interacting with his peers. He was said to be a prodigy in this mind sport back in middle school. However, his win-loss ratios have been fluctuating lately. As a result, it stagnates his progression in the ranks. This is a story of Rei's success and failures, relationships, new or old, and his growth as a human being. A nice slice of life and drama to check out. Always nice to watch something that relates to the real world, don't you say? The anime will air on October 8th. HIBIKE Euphonium, Season 2, anime by Kyoto Animation. If you haven't watched the first season, I'll give a brief synopsis of it. The story follows a girl named Kumiko Omae. She was a euphonist back in middle school, but after a certain incident, she swayed from it. She enrolls into high school, hoping for a fresh start, but finds out that her fellow classmates are interested in the brass band. With the help of her new classmates, Kumiko's passion for music was rekindled. HIBIKE Euphonium is a fresh and musical take on the slice of life genre and the high school students' struggle to deal with their past, find romance, and realize their dreams and aspirations. A pretty interesting series to watch. The animation is beautiful too, the vivid colors. Everything about this show is eye candy, as expected from God Annie, right? The second season is set to air on October 6th. Lost to Rage Inside of Wishcross, animated by JC Staff. I believe this is a complete spin-off from the original series from what I've seen and heard, so you can pretty much just jump right into this anytime you want. Still, I recommend you guys check out the original series, cause it was crazy. The story is about Wishcross. It is a popular trading card game in which players battle against each other with fighters known as LRIGS. And that literally spells girls backwards. And there are certain you know what, I'm just calling them girls. There are certain girls that are able to communicate. Wait, that doesn't make sense, because this show is also about girls too. Let's just call them monsters. There are certain monsters that are able to communicate with their owners, and the girls chosen to wield them are known as selectors. Selectors are given the chance to have any wish granted by winning battles against other selectors, but should they lose 3 times, their wish will be reversed into a curse instead. The main series, Selector Infected Wishcross, follows a girl named Ruko Kominato, who becomes a selector after receiving a monster that she named Tama. As she and various other selectors duke it out for the sakes of their wish, Ruko finds herself drawn into the dark, sinister world of Wishcross, discovering that, win or lose, there's always a price to pay. Just think of Yu-Gi-Oh!, spirit monsters, the Shadow Realm, etc. There is tons of action, drama, and amazing moments too. Some good shit right here. The spin-off is set to air on October 8th. KohzzyJo, anime by X-Spec. Shit, you know how much of a sucker I am when it comes to ecchi series. I at least have to watch 1 or 2 a season. And damn, Maso Gaku and HH was a bit too much from what I was expecting. It completely wiped the floors with Shimai Maho, High School DD, Valkyrie Drive Mermaid, Freezing, Saijaku no Bahamut, and I could go on and on and on. And it's always nice to watch something with your brain completely turned off and some stimulation, if you catch me drift. The story is about an exceptional gymnast girl named Kaminashi Nozomi. She's a prodigy and colleges have taken notice of her and is scouting her. However, she has a different plan in mind. Since she was raised in a poor family, money means everything to her. She decided to step into the world of KohzzyJo. KohzzyJo is a gambling sport where girls must compete on a small floating island and knock each other off the platform. And here's the twist to this sport. The girls are only allowed to use their ass or breast to knock each other off. Will Kaminashi have what it takes to compete in the world of KohzzyJo and bring home fortune for her family? Even if this ends up being shit or good, I think I'll still enjoy it. It has that same feel as an anime called Sekai de Ichiban Sugyoku Naritai. I want to be the strongest in the world. Check this out if you really have nothing better to do. I know people hate it, but it was a fun fan service show. KohzzyJo is set to air on October 6th. Vivid Strike, anime by 7 Arcs. Man, as you may know, I love the Nanoha series, and knowing that there is more to the story, it just makes me a happy guy. When the fuck's the 3rd movie coming out? I need it! So apparently there's no information on this series whatsoever, and I'll just say what I do know though. This series seems to be a spin-off from the previous Nanoha series called Mao Soujo Lyrical Nanoha Vivid. A 2nd season for that is also listed for a 2017 release. From the images and the previews, it seems to focus on a new character that has never been introduced in the series. In addition, it feels like it's going to be an original too, as in it's not taking from any source material. The only thing I see that is taken from the source material is some recurring characters. That is all I know about the series. The anime is set to air on October 2nd. OCCULTIC 9, animated by A1 Pictures. This is the Steingate's creator's latest anime project. The paranormal science story follows 9 idiosyncratic individuals linked by the Chojo Kagaku Kirikiri Basara, a cult summary blog run by 17-year-old second-year high school student Yuta Gamon. Little incongruities that occurs around these 9 eventually lead to a larger, unimaginable event that may alter what is considered common sense in this world. Some suspense and thriller going on in here, plus could be some few drama here and there. Me likey. Plus, it takes place in the same continuum as Steins Gate. Sign me the fuck up! The anime airs on October 8th. Coming in at first place on this list, Drifters, animated by Hood's Drifter Studio. The story opens during Japan's Sengoku period, around the 15th to the 17th century, which is a time of constant warring between island states and the urban legends of samurais. The protagonist is a young samurai named Shimazu Toyohisa. As he is on the verge of death, he is transported into a fantasy world. This world contains both native humans and a number of fantastical races, including elves, dwarves, and hobbits. However, the world is at war, with the humans waging a losing war against another group of great warriors called the Ends, who wishes to take over the world and kill all the drifters. How and why did our main character ended up in this fantasy world? The answer is unknown. This is worth checking out. Based on the trailers, this looks promising. The animation and the style, just look at it. Damn! Plus, if you guys didn't know, this is by the same creator of Hellsing. Another good reason to watch it, right? And yes, I know I had a little rant on the isekai genre if you actually watch up to this part without skipping around, and this does fall along the lines of an isekai. And it makes me sound like a hypocrite for putting this on top. Well, here's my explanation. This doesn't have that same feel as a generic isekai, you know what I mean? Tons of action, suspense, thriller, real drama, no cheap romance bullshit, and etc. And I'm going to make a pretty bold statement here. This will be anime of the season. Yup, I just called it. If not, well fuck, I'm just retarded. I do have high hopes for this, and my gut tells me that I'm at least 60% right. The anime is set to air on October 7th. That is it guys, my top for fall 2016. What are your picks? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comment section below. I have good expectations for every one of these shows. I might do a first impression since I haven't done one in a while. And as for the news, shit, I am really stalling on that one, and I will get my ass on it as soon as possible. Plus, I want to try making a fun video in the future, you know, just for once. Man, I have so many ideas for videos right now, and I just can't decide which one to start. I'll figure some shit out. As always, thanks for watching. If you liked or disliked my video, you know what to do. If you want more cool content like this, sub. Kohzzy out.